Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am here with my 3 and 30 alphabet challenge for the letter M. And I am going to do magazines, and that is what Tina and Rachel did also. But yeah, so I'm doing magazines. So here's what happened. I started this video. I was on my third ephemera piece, and my daughter and her kids FaceTime me, which they don't do on FaceTime, they do on Google Duo. And so I'm not sure if that's why, but I had my phone on airplane mode and it still came through, stopped the video and everything. So we're starting over. But I'm partway through the third project. It's on my sewing machine. So anyway, we're gonna have to make do is what we're gonna have to do. But so let's get back to the subject at hand, which is magazines. And I wanted to show you a few of the things that I do with magazines, before we start our ephemera pieces. So this is my en masse journal, and funny enough, this was my very first video on YouTube almost 4 years ago, was doing a flip through of this. But it's such a fun project. But and it's like an art journal kind of. It was an idea by Shannon Green, who does have a YouTube channel. She doesn't put up a lot anymore, but the en masse journal stuff is in there. Oh, look, I don't have my rings. I had my rubber gloves to go to the pharmacy. So, I feel kind of like exposed. I don't feel right. Anyway, okay, so the en masse journal, super fun. This is 2 Mary Engelbright magazines. I don't know if I get this up to the camera, if you can see, but there's 2 full magazines there. So what I did was, I'll show you. So this is the back of one of the magazines. This is the front page of the other. I just glued them together, and then I reinforced the spine with some decorative masking tape. So super easy project, super easy way to make an art journal. And I have painted in this. I have painted. I have glued things in. A little bit of everything in here. And yeah, it's super fun. So Shannon had this list of categories. The ABCs were one of the things, and then things like paper scraps, security envelopes, doilies, tags, and then you just do a page with that. And then I started my own list too, because I had a few things like vintage people, napkins, Orient I wanted to do. So this is the receipt page. Put some old receipt things in there. I'm looking at these thinking, wow, I should have probably scanned that first. But I did this well before I did anything with scanning or anything. But so anyway, there is a flip through on my channel. It's my very first video, so it's bad. But feel free to take a look if you want to see more. But anyway, we'll have to work in this one day. That would be fun. Okay, so that's that. Then there's this, the Daphne's Diary magazine. That's what these are. And I use it to make the double journal cards that I make for my Patreon patrons. So see, it's just half a page of the Daphne's Diary. And so that I use that for that, because you can't use the images in the Daphne's Diary in journals that you're going to sell, because from what I understand, they don't own the artwork, and so they can't say, yeah, go ahead and use it that way. So that's how I use them. I use them for bases and I cover them up. So that's another way to use a magazine. And then on the floor here, I have, you guys have seen my glue book when I've worked in it several times. And a lot of the things that I use in my glue book are from magazines. So I have this big, huge, it's like a 2.5-inch binder that I have all of my things I've cut out of magazines. So like these first couple of page protectors are images from Somerset magazines that I liked. And then I have categories: people, animals, places, characters, words, flowers, and miscellaneous. And so if I'm going to recycle a magazine, I just go through and cut out things that I like, and then I have them right here. My grandkids play in this a lot, so you can see that you can see it's not very neat. But yeah, so those are some ways that I use magazines beyond making ephemera pieces, which we're going to do today. Okay, so let's get to that. Let me show you first. So this is what we're going to work with. I was gifted this Harper's Monthly magazine, May 1904. So I just a signature from it. And so I did scan it and did digitals. Let me get these to where I can show you, and I'll zoom down a little bit so you can see. Okay. So I actually have 3 kits on my Etsy now that have these images. So we've got Pear Soap. This is a kit 1, and didn't love the gun, but I loved this with the it's lace fabric that this lady is washing up. Here's vintage lady in a suit. Yeah, the skirts were $4 to $20. $20 sounds like a lot, doesn't it? National Cloak and Suit Company. This is a coffee ad. And this one is insurance policy, which I thought was interesting. I didn't even know they had insurance back in 1904, but apparently they did. Then this is kit 2. And we are going to make ephemera out of this. We've already done that once in my other video, but we're going to do it again. So anyway, that one, here's a harp ad. This one is like a, what is it? Oh, mattresses. And it's got little ladies with the mattresses. Then there's furniture. There's Tiffany Studios. And then this one has more little ads. This is kit 3. A Tiffany and Company, which we're going to use in this bit of 3 in 30 that we're doing. This is a piano ad. Underwear. Dr. Dremel underwear. And a player piano. And then I wanted to just show you what it looks like on coffee dyed paper, which I love the look of that. And then this is the presentation paper. Let me show you the difference. It just makes it sharper than the copy paper. But the copy paper is what we're going to use. So those are available on my Etsy, Cinnamon Tea, if you're at all interested. And so let's get started on the 3 in 30. Oh my gosh, you guys. So at least I have examples to show you of what I already did. So so we are going to do this. I'm going to show you how to make this awesome piece of ephemera that feels kind of like leather. I just don't even know if you can, oh, let me back you out. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can tell from looking but the feel of it is super cool. And so this is going to be a piece of ephemera that will go into the journals that I'm working on right now. So I'll show you how to make that. That's our first project. Oh, but we'll use a different one of our ads. Maybe we'll use this one. The good thing about this is now I'll have one for each one of the 2 journals that I'm working on, right? Okay, so first we're going to get some I have to get my water and my paintbrush and Mod Podge. And when I've done this in the past, this little project, I have I've always used just plain old Mod Podge, but I got this antique matte Mod Podge. And before I used plain matte Mod Podge. And so I thought I would give it a try too. Okay, let's start the timer. Okay, got it. So yeah, it was so crazy. It's a different ring than I'm used to. We've only done this once or twice, I guess. Anyway, we have Apple phones. They have, like, I don't know, Samsung or something. And so they have to do FaceTime on Google Duo, which apparently will break right through your you're having it on airplane mode. Okay, so this is what we start out with. This is what we end up with. And it's just so yummy. I just love doing this. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. I have shown this on my channel before, but it's been a long time. So maybe it'll be new to some of you. And I just fold it randomly. I mean, you can fold it perfectly in thirds if you want to. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a little distressing everywhere. Like, I really go for it on the distressing. And it doesn't matter if we wrinkle this at all, because we want it to be wrinkly and yummy and old looking. Yeah, so anyways, had a lovely little chat with my youngest daughter and her kids. It was good. She's Bucky's mom, and so got a good little Bucky time. Little cutie. And his older sister and brother were there too, so we got good visits with them. They're on spring break this week, so they don't even have to do online school. So yeah. So let's see. So then, yeah, you just want to make sure you get the whole thing and just get it all nice and distressed. Then we're going to do the other side too, because this is just white copy paper. It's, you know, it's not very exciting in the distressed area. We got to get it distressed. So yeah, in my last video, let's see, I was telling you that our neighbors across the street, they're having their pine trees pruned. And I think they're going to take a couple of them out that are like maybe too close to the house or something. And the one is ginormous. And so whenever that happens, I'm going to have to watch, because it could be interesting to see how they do that. But yeah, right now they pruned it and they cut off all the branches. And all there is at the top is this little ball of pine needles at the top. It looks like a Dr. Seuss tree. It's so ridiculous looking. So I said to my husband, I hope they're taking that out. It's so ugly. So yeah. So they so that's been kind of interesting to watch how they get up there. And, you know, they've got a bucket thing that goes up and takes off Gosh, it's so weird to see my hands without my rings, isn't it? That is weird for you guys too. But we had to go out. I had to take the heart monitor back that I had and take it back to the clinic, and then had to go get my prescriptions, and I wear you know, latex gloves to do that. So, okay. I'm really liking that. Okay, so now we're going to Mod Podge each side. So we'll Mod Podge one side, let that dry. We'll do ephemera piece 2, and then, yeah. So crazy. Of all the videos that I do, you know, all the videos that I'm just crafting, it's no big deal, you know. It couldn't be that video that got interrupted. No, it was a 3 and 30. So, oh my gosh. So I do like this antiqued Mod Podge. It's fun. I ordered it online because I didn't want to go out like to Hobby Lobby, but I suppose most places that have Mod Podge would have some of this type, maybe. I don't know. Guess I haven't looked for it, but I just saw it. I was ordering something else from ASC Supplies and just thought, oh, I'll try that. So this is perfect. I ended up with a project to try it on. Ah, don't get on that one. That one I'm going to put over here. Okay, so that's one side. So I'm just going to pop that back in, move those over slightly, and I'm just going to move this over for it to dry. Okay, so we'll finish up that in a minute. So second one that I did was using this digital. I made these journal cards, which were just I just cut them out and backed them on cardstock and sewed around them and distressed them, and voila, they're ready to go into my journals. So I think what we'll do is, I think there's this one, Welch's Grape Juice. I do like that one. So maybe I'll do that one. We'll do those two is what we'll do. Do them the same way for this 3 and 30. I've more like done 6 and 60. Oh goodness. So, but all is well with my daughter. They're doing good. They're just, yeah. Little Bucky's got a little bit of a cold, so he's a little under the weather, but not too bad. He was pretty perky. And her partner has started working at just today was his first day at the Amazon warehouse. So it's nice that I'm going to trim this a bit just so there's not quite so much white space there. Just trim it down a little bit. So yeah, so he's learning that new job, so that's always exciting. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some more cardstock here. What do we have? Happen to have some handy, so I can grab another bit. So okay, so these, well, maybe one of these will go in my journal, and I'll put this grape juice because this lady is of similar. That's just kind of fun. Okay, so easy peasy these are, of course, and you would know that, but I'm just going to glue those onto the backing, I'm going to ink them and sew around them, but I'm going to have to sew around them after we do project 3. because we're all out of sync, because project 3 is literally in my sewing machine right now. So I don't want to pull it out. So yeah. But we've been trying to touch base with at least one of our kids every day, and so that's been good. Kids and grandkids. Okay. All right. I mean, this couldn't be any easier. There's not anything really to make in this journal card, but you know what? It doesn't always have to be complicated, does it? So yeah, we'll just get these cut out and they can dry, and hopefully by then we can do the other side of the other one. This is a little back and forth sort of a 3 and 30. Okay, I didn't cut that particularly straight, so I'm going to just try and even that up a little bit. Okay, there we go there. So we'll sew around those. I guess I could ink them now, couldn't I? I guess I could. Give that other piece a little bit more drying time. Oh gosh, I can't believe that went off right during my video. And it was funny because I was so confused that I ended up hanging up on my daughter. But I mean, I looked at my phone like, it can't be you, you're on airplane mode. What in the heck? So I was all sorts of discombobulated. Oh my gosh. Oh, sounds like Mike and Jimmy Joe are back. They went for a little walk. I felt bad because when my daughter called, I went upstairs because so my husband could talk too, and he was napping, and so I woke him up. Oh man, just a disaster today. Okay, so those are good. We'll get back to that. Let's see how we're doing here. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. So that's dry, so we can do the other side. Okay. All right. This actually might have just really been a good thing because now I have pieces for both journals since I'm working on 2 at once, right? Okay, so we're just gonna cover the back then. I just have wax paper under here. If you were wondering, it's just protecting my mat a little bit. Just makes such a leathery, fun feel. Now, here in Montana, it's very dry. I don't have any trouble with sticking. I hope I haven't already said this. I can't remember what I said in the first one and the second one. But if you do have trouble, you can always rough it up with a nail file or something, or some light sandpaper, but I don't have any trouble with it sticking. Okay, so we are going to just pop this back over here to dry again. And I'm going to get rid of my Mod Podge and my paintbrush. Put those over there. Okay, so now we can sew, but like I said, I have something in my sewing machine already, which, see, That's what we have. So what we're doing with this one, let me just make sure I'm in frame. So this is a paper bag, and it is 7.5 by 10, I think. And so it makes an awesome journal cover, little bag journal. And I've done these before on my channel many a time too. So we're going to make the cover is what we're going to do. So what I have in my sewing machine is I have this little image here is of, it's from Original Art Studio, and it's a lovely image, which I have put, let's see. Yep. Sorry, I'm having trouble grabbing it. It's layered onto this. So this is on first, and then the image is over the top. And so we're going to sew that. So it's got magazine page under, and then it's got the image. So I've already sewn the bottom and 3/4 of the way up, and that's when my phone rang. So I am cheating a little bit because I sewed that already, but maybe you'll forgive me. Oh, so I zigzag the bottom. I'm doing a straight stitch on the side. I'm going to do the zigzag on the top too. Okay, and then we're gonna go to straight stitch. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be our cover. What did I do with my... Okay, I can't find my scissors, guys. This is a bad thing. Oh, there they are. Hiding behind my sewing machine. Okay, got it. Okay, so that is sewn around. But while I have my sewing machine over here, let's sew around our 2 journal cards real quick. And I'll just do a straight stitch on these because they're busy with a lot of writing, so. Okay, and then this one. Okay, that should do it for the sewing. So I'll shove my sewing machine back over. Okay, so then these are our two little journal cards. It'll just go in a pocket somewhere. And the sewing just adds to them, I think. Room to write on the back. Life is good. Okay, so there is that. Back to our bag journals. So see, this will be the cover. It'll be sewn in here. And I made the Tiffany & Company, I made it fit. There is a little bit of an overhang, but I'm okay with that because it kind of strengthens that edge. So let's adhere this onto our bag, and then we'll decide if we want a little lace or something like that, because I think we have time to do that. Okay, oh, gosh. Gooey on the Fabri-Tac as usual. Ugh. Okay, and it's bubbling up. I'm not sure why. Okay, So I think I'm just going to go to the stitching on that one side. And I just like the Fabri-Tac because I know it's going to stay good and stuck. You know, when it's a cover, it's going to get a little more wear and tear than something would on the inside. So just use a little Fabri-Tac and make sure it stays put. Okay. Alrighty. So there is that. Oh, I think that's pretty. I guess I could have done a little, maybe I'll still will. I'm going to do a little inking around that. Would have been easier to do it first, but of course I didn't. Okay, so now I would like a little lace of some sort. I don't know what I have up here to work with. Do I have some of this? Everything's falling down. I should just bring it down here. It's all falling on my head. I have these lovely ones, but I don't know exactly. Could put 3 of them right there, which I think I'm going to do. That's just kind of fun. I was looking up here too. I have some pieces of fabric too. Ooh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Do I have any lace to go on that? Or do I want any lace to go on that? I really like the color of that. That gives some nice color. What if we just did a little piece of, ooh, here's a little piece of something. It could go across there. Just a snippet. I'm going to just real quick like sew a little zigzag right down the middle of this. Kinda. Okay, I was way sideways, so it didn't exactly go down the middle, but I think it's fine. Okay, I think I might attach those 2 things, and we'll have ourselves a little journal cover just right there. Yeah, I really like that. Okay. Turn off my machine for now. Yeah, I need some. Goodness. Okay. That can go on there. Like a so. And then this I'm going to just put right down there. I love this lace. I think Peggy gave me this lace. Okay. Alrighty then. let's see if our other piece is dry. It's still a little damp, but can you see how fun that is? And it's like leathery. I don't know. I hope you guys can tell what I'm talking about. If not, just give it a whirl and see how it works for you. This one's completely dry. And this one, still a little bit. It's still just a little damp in spots. So I'm just going to leave it over there. But let's look at our 3 pieces that we've done. Because we are done with 5 minutes to spare. Okay, so we did the leathery ephemera is what I'm going to call it, for lack of a better term. We did these 2 little journaling cards, nothing special there. And we did, now we have the cover of a sack journal all ready to go. Love that. Love that. So I will put links to ASC supplies for the Mod Podge, an original art studio for this image, and then Cinnamon Toast for my little ephemera pieces here. And so we've got 4.5 minutes left, and I like to go ahead and do the hour anyway. So let's just do some more. Let's just do it. I don't know what we're going to do, but I was thinking about using this, these kits, and then this, Playtime of Yesteryear kit, and to do some collaging, because I haven't gotten to play with this yet. And I really think like these parts would go really pretty in my journals that I'm doing with Jen Bishop's with her Fashion Bazaar kit. Okay, so how about let's do this. Let's do at least one on camera. I'll probably do 2, but let's do a couple of these kind of journal cards for these particular journals. I'm having trouble talking today. Did you notice? Jeez, just can't. I'm feeling very perky though. I'm super glad to have that heart monitor off of me, and hoping now for some good results. Oh, I should tell you about my craziness at the hospital. The alarm's going to go off in about 3 minutes, but I'll just shut it off. So the nurse told me when you come, the clinic is right by the hospital. She said, when you come to return it at the front lobby desk, because this clinic has all sorts of doctor's office. She said, don't come up to the office, just return it at the front desk. And I'm like, okay. Well, I get to the front desk. Well, there's no one at the front desk, but there's a table and there's all these stop signs and everything. And guys there that to take your temperature before you go in and stuff, which is totally cool. You know, I get it. That was all good. But I said, so I have this heart monitor that I'm supposed to return here in the lobby for Dr. Phillips, you know. And the guy goes, well, you'll have to take that up to them. And I said, well, the nurse told me not to. She said to leave it at the front desk. And and I don't know how long it was. It was a good several minutes though. He argued with me about, and I said, I'm just telling you what they told me. You know, I said, I can take it up there if you want me to, but they told me not to. They told me to stop here and give it to the front desk here. So anyway, yeah, so I just was like, I mean, I'm just doing what I'm told, you know. What happened to all of my, oh, I put them up here. Yeah, so anywho, all that to say, finally, after 5 minutes, there was a nurse that was going for a walk, and he said, just leave it and I'll take it up when I come back. And so I was like, okay. So when I got home, then we ran a couple other errands. And when I got home, I called to I wanted to make sure they got it, you know, because that's not fun. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not fun either. You have this thing stuck on you, and you know. And the other thing was, I had some good heart episodes during the time I had it. So I'm thinking, this is great. They're going to be able to see that I'm not crazy. I really do have this thing going on. So, ooh, isn't that going to be good? Okay, I'm going to tear that right about here. So, anywho, all that to say, I left it. I got home, called, and they had, they had received it. And the guy brought it up to the office, and he said, are you telling people not to bring this up to you? And apparently the gal said that her nursing director said, yes, we're telling people, don't come up here. So I felt a little bit vindicated. I was like, I'm not, I promise, I'm not making it up. They told me not to bring it up there. Oh man. Kind of, you know, right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing, but I also understand that they're all under a lot of strain right now, and it was, you know, so, but yeah. So I actually had the guy came and take my temperature, the guy at the front there, and he was like right here. He was like right in my face, no mask or anything. And I was just like, I don't know, that didn't make sense to me, but whatever. It's done now. I don't have to think about it anymore, except that they have to get back to me and tell me. I think it's just going to mean I'm probably going to have more medicines than I had before and or want. So yeah, but anyway, so that was my crazy morning. And then Mike and I were out, and we were like, we're kind of addicted to this one kind of sauce. And I don't know if it's everywhere. I know my daughters in Colorado had it because that's how we found out about it. But it is called, let's see, how do I say this on YouTube? It's got an interesting name. Let's just say that. Oh, maybe I'll do this. Yeah, it's got an interesting name, and it's this name and then sauce, and it's the B word. It's the word that starts with B and ends in TCH. And so in IN. So anyway, I don't know why it's called that. It's like when my grandkids are here, they'll say, Nana, can I have some of that B word sauce? I'm like, you know, people, it would have been so much easier if you just would have named it something that wasn't like that. But it is amazing sauce, and we go through it. So anyway, the only place we can get it here, they can get it at Costco at my daughter's, but we can only get it at the health food store here. So it's, what it is it's a sauce made out of almonds. And so I can eat it. And, you know, a lot of sauces have sugars and or dairy in them, and I can't eat either of those. So yeah, it's really good, but it's just hard to describe on YouTube. Darn it. Oh, this paper is absolutely awful. I got to get rid of this as a glue book. It's just not working. Oh, well. It kind of adds something, I guess. It adds another layer of paper, doesn't it? Gosh. Oh, I didn't. I had my difficulties and I didn't glue this part. I'm like, that's not sticking. Maybe because it has no glue. Jeez. So I have no idea what I'm doing here. I've just been slapping things down. See, look at it's like it disintegrates. It's just craziness. Let's see here. Got about 15 minutes. That's good. I think what I want to do is grab some of my ephemera from Jen and put on there. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. I love that Pear soap ad. I used to use Pear soap when I was a teenager. Do you guys remember it? It was kind of see-through and brown colored. It was good. Okay, so let's see here. You know, Jen had all these wonderful flowers in her kit. So possibly do that. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Covers up a lot of the lace though. That covers up too much. Ooh, isn't that pretty? That's nice. I think I might put that on there. Okay, do that. And I would like to distress it a bit first. Okay. And I'll need to put some collage some blank paper on the inside. Okay, that's all good. Let's put, I don't know why I like it over to that side, but I do. Just like it there. I'm going to leave room in case I decide to stitch around it too at a later date. Okay. Oh, that's fun. That's real pretty. I'm real happy with that. Okay, we won't do the boring part. We'll see if we have time to do the other one. Where is it? Right here. Okay, what would I like on that one? Might like these colors. Don't want those colors. Those are going to be great for fall though. No, or a nature journal or something. Ooh, this is nice too though. This is one of those I could just about put that on the front and wrap it around and call it a day, couldn't I? Huh. Well, let's play with that a little bit. Let's just do that. And see how it looks. Because we could add something, you know, like a butterfly or a label or something of that sort. Oh yeah, see, that's just going to be perfect. I think I might tear it off right here. Well, or do I want her on? Is that going to go all the way? No, it's going to cut her off. So I think I'll just pull this right here. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to just go here. Ooh, isn't that a fun piece? That's going to be fun to have left over. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. It's really fun. Okay, I think I'm going to put the blue on my front page here. And then I can fold it afterward. Like so. Okay, and then we'll just fold this over like that. And I think what I'd like is a bit of one of my ads just down the side. So what if I okay. Maybe right about there. Okay, we'll just go here. And then go here. Okay. And I'm gonna put this down first. Okay. Well, it was kind of fun to be able to do a video and have actually been out of the house to have something to talk about besides what I've been watching on TV or whatever, you know. Although what we started last night is my daughter had this picture from Pinterest of all the Marvel movies in order, you know, like in chronological order of when they happened. And so we started that. So we'll be watching those for a while. That'll take us a couple weeks, I think, because we just watch at night. So that'll be good. Okay. Oh, isn't that fun? Yeah, I love that. So we'll just think of what we could put a little something across there or something. Yeah, so last night we watched Captain America. I think the next one is Captain Marvel. So we'll be on that. And I've been watching season 3 of This Is Us. And then season 4 is the one that was just on. So I need to keep up with that. I can watch those on demand. I've been watching them at night because I just really, I need a little escapism. It's what I need at night. And so I just watch those, and oh my gosh, and my husband isn't a This Is Us guy, and so it's fun for me to watch by myself. And if he's asleep, then I can just cry and just get into it, you know. Not that he would care, but you know. Okay. What do we want to put? Like something across. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. I've got some lovely things here from Jen. Ooh, look at this. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's what I like. I was looking at these. That's also kind of nice, but maybe we'll put a little postage on her like that. I kind of like how they're round, and yeah, I think that's what we're going to do for that one. So that's exciting. We got a couple more journal cards made for this current journal project. Okay, and then this one. Just going to give that a little, it's really white. Give that a little bit of a scrunch of ink there. Okay, and then get my crumbs off the table. And okay, so we did that. So now all I have to do is just do the insides of those, and we'll be good. I wanted to get our piece of ephemera. Yeah. Oh, you guys, can you tell the yummy texture of that? I hope you can. So yeah, we did this bag journal, and a couple of journal cards started. We did the fun part. So thanks everybody so much for watching this letter M for magazine. I hope that there was some little tidbit that you picked up from it. So stay safe and well, everyone. Have a grateful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.